in a city far, far away, but not too long ago, we ran into an absolutely nutty Star Wars collector named Chris, and Chris is...
I'm the promotions manager for Skyforce, the social club arm of Star Walking Inc., the Star Wars Appreciation Society of Australia.
Chris, why this absolutely crazy fanatical fascination with Star Wars?
I think it's the fantasy of the whole thing. You just get totally wrapped up in the old-fashioned romance, the good versus evil, the ships, the characters. And you can just escape the workaday world and just leave all your troubles behind.
When did this fascination with Star Wars start, Chris?
Oh, I think you can probably blame my mum for getting me started on it, because just after the movie came out, she made me a birthday cake. And smack bang in the middle of the birthday cake, she put a little R2-D2 figure. And I thought, well, I've got one, you've got to keep on going. I mean, after all, you can't be lonely, can you?
And Chris, what would be your favourite piece in the collection?
Well, it would have to be this life-size Boba Fett. Now, Boba Fett was the bounty hunter that captured Han Solo and took him back to Jabba the Hutt. This one I picked up over in the States. Got some really strange looks on the plane on the way back, so I had to book a full seat for him. But the costume is authentic in every detail, and it's incredibly lifelike.
I've got to say, it really is lifelike. What would be the rarest piece in your collection at the moment?
Well, the AT-AT Walker here, they're fairly rare. They're a large piece, so not a lot of people collected them. They're fairly hard to come by. Complete with their chin guns and everything, they're probably around the $200 mark at the moment, so they're a fairly hard to find piece. But the rarest piece in my collection would have to be this guy here. Now, this is a cardboard cutout from the original release of the book back in 1976. I actually went into a news agency, and the manager of the news agency said to me, "You're into Star Wars, aren't you?" And I thought, a young kid. I said, yeah, fine. He said, "Here you go, take all this promotional stuff," and away you go. So, yeah, I walked out the door with this one. This is the only one that I know of in the world to exist. So it's fairly rare, fairly hard to find piece. And that was actually for the release of the original book. Now, this book was the one that came out in 1976. They're running for around about $100, $150 at the moment. Very, very hard to find though, in good condition.
Over the years there's been an absolute phenomenal amount of memorabilia and collectibles brought out for the Star Wars series.
It's really amazing. They've even brought out their own price guide with a listing of all the action figures and all the other bits and pieces that are available. Now they've got things like soap and toothpaste and mouthwash and bubble bath, and it's just absolutely phenomenal. Even this rug that we're sitting in front of here, this is collectible as well. This comes from Skywalker Ranch, which is the home of George Lucas and Star Wars. And George actually gave one of these out to all of his employees at Christmas time about 2 years ago. So virtually anything can become a Star Wars collectible.
We've had a lot of fun here today, Chris, but there is a serious side to collecting, isn't there?
Star Wars collecting is a serious business. I'm serious about collecting Star Wars stuff. My wife is serious about collecting Beanie Babies. But it's also a lot of fun. Now, Star Walking Inc., the Star Wars Appreciation Society of Australia, is all about fun. We get together, we watch videos, we have guests come in and do talks, we see shots of other people's collections, but it's all Star Wars fans getting together to enjoy all aspects of the Star Wars universe.
And where do you think it's going from here?
Star Wars Episode 1. The saga continues. Be there. More collectibles. Yes!
Lord Vader, bad reputation. I don't know if I really want to do this interview. He's got a pretty awful reputation. He could be...